Want to know why the worst performer at your company became your manager? Why someone who can't figure out their own lunch order is now making decisions about your career? I'm going to tell you a truth nobody has the guts to say. And it's not because the system is rigged, it's not because you got unlucky. There's a natural law that explains exactly why morons always climb the ladder. And the worst part? You're enabling it. Last week I was watching this nature documentary about sea lions. Wasn't about corporate America or career advice, just animals sunbathing on rocks. But I saw something that explains your workplace better than any Harvard Business Review article. These sea lions had acres of empty rocks to spread out on, miles of coastline. But guess where they went? Right on top of each other, fighting, barking, shoving, making everyone miserable. When I saw that, I thought, damn, that's every open office in America. You wake up every morning knowing you'll take orders from someone dumber than you. Someone who turns simple decisions into committee meetings and needs 3 approvals to order printer paper. You feel that burning frustration, that voice screaming, how the hell did this person get promoted? You look around at your co-workers, smart, capable people, all being managed by someone who'd need a consultant to tie their shoes. It's maddening. You know you're sharper. Your team knows it. Hell, sometimes even your boss knows it. But there they are, collecting a bigger paycheck while you do the actual work. And you know what's worse? You've started accepting it, telling yourself that's corporate life, that competence and leadership are somehow different skill sets. Bullshit. The problem isn't that America rewards stupidity. The problem is you never learned how this game actually works. You think work is about doing good work. You think careers are about merit. Sweet summer child, you're playing chess while everyone else is playing poker. And in poker, the best hand doesn't always win. The best bluffer does. Those sea lions I mentioned, they figured this out millions of years ago. Here's where it gets uncomfortable. You're part of the problem. Stop with the victim mentality. You're not a victim, you're an accomplice. Every time you nod along in a pointless meeting, you're validating the stupidity. Every time you clean up your boss's mess without saying anything, you're teaching them that incompetence has no consequences. Every time you bitch about them in Slack DMs but smile to their face, you're feeding this broken system. You think you're being smart by keeping your head down, strategic by avoiding confrontation, professional by managing up. No, you're being a coward. And what's the result? You've created an environment where being mediocre is rewarded and being competent makes you a threat. You taught your boss they can coast because someone like you will always pick up the slack. You normalize the dysfunction. And now you want to complain that your talents aren't recognized, that your potential is being wasted. If this is hitting home, drop a comment saying, "This one stung," below. I read every single one. The world values you exactly as much as you value yourself. If you're okay working for an idiot, then deep down you think that's what you deserve. Time to shatter some fairy tales you're still believing. Hard work will eventually be recognized. No, it won't. Hard work gets you more work. Recognition comes from politics, not performance. If I do excellent work, I'll get promoted. Wrong. Excellence makes you irreplaceable in your current role. Promotion is about relationships and visibility, not spreadsheet skills. I need to respect the chain of command. Respect it when it's earned through competence. When it's based on brown-nosing and office politics, you're just enabling mediocrity. I can't challenge my manager. Says who? You just don't want to deal with the fallout. But the cost of staying silent is higher than speaking up. The job market is terrible right now. For people with a victim mentality, sure. For people who know their worth, there are opportunities everywhere. Remember those sea lions? They'd rather fight over a crowded, stressful spot than look for empty, prime real estate. Why? Because in sea lion logic, if a spot is empty, something must be wrong with it. That's exactly how you think about your career. If you want this kind of reality check regularly, hit that subscribe button. This isn't feel-good motivation. This is the truth. While you're fighting for scraps at your current company, the smart money is claiming territory elsewhere. The solution is simple, but you'll hate it, because it requires you to stop acting like a sea lion. First, document everything, every dumb decision, every contradiction, every failure. Not for gossip, for ammunition. Second, stop being the office hero. Quit rescuing your boss from their own incompetence. Let them feel the weight of their decisions. Third, start making decisions without permission. Don't ask if you can solve obvious problems. Solve them and send an FYI email. Fourth, challenge stupidity in real time. When they say something that makes no sense, ask clarifying questions. Can you walk me through the logic there? Fifth, stop translating their nonsense for your team. When someone asks what the boss meant, say, "That's exactly what they said. You should ask them directly." That's it. 5 moves. But you won't do any of them, because playing the victim is easier than taking control of your career. It's more comfortable being a sea lion fighting for a bad spot than being a shark looking for your own territory. All that competence you're so proud of, it's worthless without courage. Without courage, competence is just well-informed frustration. Right now you're thinking, easy for you to say, but if I do this stuff, I'll get fired. Perfect. That's exactly the mindset that keeps you trapped. You're so afraid of losing a job you hate that you're willing to waste years of your life in a job you hate. Sea lion logic. Better to fight over a terrible spot than risk finding a great one. But I have a mortgage, I have student loans. Everyone has bills. Some people pay them while working for idiots. Others pay them while working for smart people, or for themselves. Not every company is like this. Then why aren't you at one of those companies? What's stopping you? The economy is uncertain. The economy has always been uncertain. For sea lions, for sharks, it's full of opportunity. Your real fear isn't getting fired. It's discovering that maybe you're not as indispensable as you think. That maybe you'll have to prove yourself somewhere new. Because as long as the problem is your boss, you don't have to change anything. You can keep being a victim of circumstances. But the moment you admit the problem is accepting to work for an idiot, then you have to do something about it. And doing something is scary. It requires effort. It means taking responsibility for your own outcomes. Here's another thing about those sea lions that changed how I think about corporate America. They don't fight for the best spot. They fight for the most contested spot. In sea lion thinking, if everyone wants it, it must be valuable, even if it sucks. That's exactly how most people choose jobs. By the competition, by the prestige, by how hard it is to get. Fortune 500 company must be amazing. Brutal interview process must be worth it. Demanding boss must be teaching me something. But here's what you don't realize. The truly great opportunities don't have lines. Why? Because the people who have them never leave. And the people who don't have them don't know they exist. The best jobs, the best bosses, the best opportunities aren't posted on LinkedIn. They're created by people who stopped thinking like sea lions. While everyone's applying to the same corporate openings, some people are starting their own companies. While others are trying to impress HR departments, some people are becoming the HR department. The difference between a sea lion and a shark isn't talent, it's mindset. Sea lions compete, sharks dominate. Sea lions adapt to the environment. Sharks change the environment. Sea lions accept hierarchies, sharks create hierarchies. Which one are you? Are you fighting for a crowded rock or hunting in open water? Because here's the thing, America doesn't need another competent person taking orders from an incompetent manager. America needs competent people leading competent teams. But that only happens when you stop normalizing stupidity. When you stop accepting that mediocrity is just how business works. Those idiots in management, they only have power because smart people like you give it to them. The day you stop giving it, they stop having it. It's that simple. So here's your choice. Option 1. Keep being a sea lion. Keep complaining about your idiot boss. Keep fighting for the worst spots. Keep playing victim to corporate dysfunction. 10 years from now, you'll be in the same place with the same complaints, just older and more bitter. Option 2. Become a shark. Stop accepting mediocrity. Stop working for idiots. Stop being complicit in your own career stagnation. Take control. Your choice. But not choosing is still a choice. And you know which one that is. If you made it this far, something inside you knows you're capable of more. You know you weren't meant to spend your career being managed by people smaller than you, but knowing isn't enough. You have to act. Acting means stop fighting for crowded rocks and start claiming open ocean. It means refusing to let idiots run your professional life just because they got there first. Look, I'm not a career coach. I'm not selling you a LinkedIn course or a networking masterclass. I'm just saying out loud what you already know, but won't admit. You're too smart to work for stupid people. You just need the guts to stop. You have the competence. The courage is up to you. Now drop a comment. What excuse are you leaving behind today? What's your first shark move going to be? Making it this far is a sign, but acting on it, that's a whole different story. And that story, that's yours to write.